We're back to the Neil Haley Show and also the Media Giant Effect. And you know what? I start to think about this. What if your loved one is suffering so much, has some memory loss, is because of head injuries, and the holiday time is going to be a hard time for them? My guest today is going to really break things down of why you need to contact him and what ways that you really need to bring him in. So I'm excited to welcome Dr. Charles Simkovich, Simkovich Concussion Institute. Dr. Charles, again, you're such an invaluable asset to this program. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, you're welcome. It's always great to be here.
Now, thinking about specifically enough the holidays, what things have you heard from a lot of people brought patients in during this time and what they're dealing with right now?
Holidays seem to be, especially Christmas, a time where uh, certainly anxieties and depressions are escalated for many reasons, memories of families lost and things like that. Concussions always manifest worse around holidays because of the problems associated with concussion. The often the right brain can be overstimulated, which is the emotional brain, and that will just make anxieties and depressions and angers even worse. The blood flow to the brain can be compromised, which is going to affect memory. There have been studies done on the effect of emotional stress, comparing it to physical stress, and the body really doesn't know the difference. A hematologist did a study and evaluated blood samples on a perfectly healthy person and got a standard. Then he looked at people who had physical trauma, such as a stab wound or a broken bone or a concussion, and the blood showed abnormal qualities and characteristics. And then he examined blood on somebody who had emotional trauma, like a death or a divorce, and that blood showed the same problems as physical trauma. So the point is, emotional stress can bring on physical symptoms, and that's all fixable. It's all remediated through the work we have, and we do. So a lot of times patients can get great results when they're struggling emotionally and with anxieties and depressions. Not only that, anxiety and depression and anger can be exacerbated by just being in pain for so long and dealing with it. It gets people down there, just get sick of it. So it's a good time for people to actually come in and get looked at. It can turn their holidays around.
And that's such an important thing when they look and do that, because the fact is there, headaches, the anger outbursts, all the different things that we've seen with concussions and possibly CTE, that, going to you now, you're open, you're not closed for business during this time period. You really are, you have a mission to help as many people as possible that have concussions, right? Isn't that correct?
Right. We just examined a girl today, came up from University of Tennessee because she's on Christmas break, and she just had a lot of gymnastic injuries and concussions, and she's a freshman in college, and she's tired of dealing with it. And told her mother, she goes, listen, I know it's Christmas, but I need to get this dealt with. So examined her today, and the week after Christmas, she's going to spend the week here. But I understand that, she's got a long life ahead of her, and, it's good to resolve things that are fixable that in the past, a lot of people weren't able to fix.
And that's the thing of what you're going to do. You're not just going to transform concussions. You're going to be, I think, what I see from your extent, going to help all types of brain injuries and brain trauma and other things from the studies you're developing and learning, because we're finally you're hearing the truth. Just because you've had concussions doesn't mean you're going to have all these horrible symptoms the rest of your life. You can reverse all that by going and seeing you. So the best place to go is where?
Simkovich, concussioninstitute.com, and you'll get all the information you need.
And follow all the different social media platforms. Make sure you check out all his different social media. He's available in all soon places, on TikTok as well. He can't believe that as he's hearing these different things. But big things are coming in 2023 because he's transforming society and life, because so many people in sports get hurt through head injuries, and so many people through car accidents, all these things, or just a freak accident, their lives are done unless Dr. Charles Simkovich has an answer for you. So take care and appreciate it, Dr. Charles.
Oh, thank you.
You're listening and watching the Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.